Breaking news. Continuing along with our discussion video on what if all the Straw Hat Pirates had a Devil Fruit theoretical video, we're moving right along onto the last of the monster trio, Vinsmoke Sanji. Alright, Luffy already has a Devil Fruit. We just talked about Zoro and his Devil Fruit, and now we're on Sanji's video. But before we get into that, go plus ultra and smash that subscribe button. It lets me know that you're rocking with the content that I put out here on this channel. And without further ado, let's get into this, well, discussion. Now, when I was coming up with Sanji's Devil Fruit, I had to follow the same format that I followed for Zoro. Okay, so I had to think about who Sanji was as a person, his fighting style, what his goal is, and how he interacts with everybody around him. And I had to think that aside from the rest of the monster trio, Sanji's goal is completely different than Luffy's goal and Zoro's goal. Luffy, we know he wants to be the freest man on the planet, and the freest man is the Pirate King, and that's why he's going after the One Piece. Zoro wants to be the strongest swordsman in the entire world. Both of those two goals require them to be physically strong. I don't care how you try to argue it. Even if Luffy finds the One Piece, if someone's stronger than him, then he's just going to lose the One Piece, right? So he has to be physically strong. He has to be the strongest in the world. Zoro came out of his mouth and said he has to be the strongest swordsman in the world. Sanji, what is his goal? Sanji's goal is to find the all blue. Alright, that's something that involves cooking. He wants to find that to be a cook. He's already a cook. He's a phenomenal chef. Even when we saw him come back from the 2-year time skip, he never actually trained physically. I mean, yeah, he came back knowing armament hockey, and he came back knowing the, airwalk technique. But how did he develop the airwalk technique? The only reason he developed the airwalk technique was because he was running away. And he ran to the end of the ocean. He had nowhere else to go. So if you can't go out, then you got to go up. And that's how he developed the airwalk technique. It wasn't like he was actively trying to develop it. It's actually upsetting that the reason that he is in the monster trio is because everybody else on the crew is so weak. Do you understand what I'm saying? He's not even focusing on combat. And he's still in the top 3 of a, 10-person crew? How is that even possible? You see what I'm saying? So, with that being said, I had to pick a Devil Fruit for Sanji that doesn't require him to be physically strong, but allow him to focus on his cooking. The Devil Fruit that I did pick for him will allow for him to increase his striking power rather than his physical power. There is a difference. And the Devil Fruit that I am talking about, a Devil Fruit that's possessed by Mach Vice. And if you don't know the Devil Fruit that I'm talking about, the Devil Fruit that I'm talking about, the Ton Fruit, ladies and gentlemen. The upgrade, the superior version of the Kilo Fruit. Now, why did I pick this Devil Fruit? The reason that I picked this Devil Fruit is because, well, I think I've already told y'all. It's because it increases striking power. In order to understand this, you have to understand how the Ton Fruit is utilized. Mach Vice decreasing his weight to such an amount that allows for him to float in the air. Once he has hovered over the opponent, he increases his weight to become a strike that comparable to a meteor. The reason I thought of this fruit and ultimately decided to go with this fruit for the video for Sanji is because of his current fighting style. Because he's a part of the monster trio, he has no choice. He has always fought basically the 3rd division commanders of the crew, even though he doesn't want to. The only time when he fights is when he has. Any other time, he's usually picking up Nami and Robin and running away, leaving Luffy, Sanji, Usopp, and Chopper to fend for themselves. He really only cares about defending women, so much that he doesn't even fight women. And because of this, this fruit will not allow him to waver from those morals, but when he fights, it will increase his power exponentially. Because he is just allowed to change how much force he produces when he strikes, he can do a Diablo Jambé at 1 ton, and that will drastically change the entire fight. Say they can take 1 ton of pressure, he can go to 10 tons. He can go to 100 tons, 1,000 tons. He can go to the most that we have seen from Mach Vice, which is 10,000 tons of pressure. And in case you're unaware of how much 10,000 tons is, I'm from America, the United States, so we use pounds. So 10,000 tons equals 20 million pounds of pressure. But how is this applicable to Sanji? This is applicable to Sanji because we know how he likes to fight. Yes, he uses kicks, but he also incorporates his airwalk into his kicks. So think back to when he fought Luffy back on Whole Cake Island, right? The whole situation with the Vin Smokes. He airwalked all the way into the air, and then he came down and struck Luffy on the top of his head. Well, that was just a normal Diablo Jambe. Imagine if he had Diablo Jambe times 20 million pounds or 10,000 tons. Luffy would actually be dead because we know Diablo Jambe is Sanji's form of armament hockey. Do you think Luffy's taking 10,000 tons? Striking his head? You're wilding if you think that is the case. I think that would be a good fit for Sanji. I think that would be a destructive fit for Sanji. And that's something that he doesn't have to train on, right? You don't have to train to just increase your weight if your devil fruit allows you just to naturally increase your weight by any means. He doesn't focus on fighting. He focuses on cooking. His goal is to find the all blue. He doesn't care about fighting at all. So because of that, we have to talk about this man's bounty now. Y'all know how this goes. His current bounty, as of Wano, is 330 million berries. Now, this might piss a lot of Sanji fans off because I know that Zoro versus Sanji is a thing in the One Piece community, especially on Twitter. But with this devil fruit added to him and everything that we know of in terms of what he's done since joining the Straw Hat Pirates, I think that his bounty would go up 550 million berries, bringing his grand total bounty to 880 million berries. That is very substantial, especially amongst the Straw Hat Pirates. But let me know what you think in the comment section below. What devil fruit would you give Sanji? What bounty would you place on his head after you give him that devil fruit? And give us short explanations to why. Like always, go plus ultra, smash that subscribe button if you rock with the content that I put out here on this channel. If you like the video, like the video. If you dislike the video, dislike the video. Share the video, comment down below, and like always, keep it safe and rep it tight. I'm out.
Don't get complacent. Finish the mission. Mission objectives green across the board.